I made that, by the way. Well, when I say I made it, I mean Vicky made it. Because I don't know how to edit anything. Alright guys, here we go. Upper bracket semifinals. Random versus random. PvP. Banger. Banger.
Let's get it on.
Rotti got triggered there. Sure, mate. I'm so triggered. Look at me, guys. I'm like... I don't have it under control anymore. He's losing the script. Top left side of Persephone. We are looking at the main base of the Italian Stallion, spawning as the red Protoss. It is Reynor. A lot of Protoss for Reynor. And in the bottom left side, we know his PvT is absolute world class. But what about his PvP? We're about to find out. The Frenchman, the one and only.
The guy everyone is talking about. Liquid Clem.
About the stock? No? I don't even know how it did today. If it did very bad, it would be bad for me. Ah. Oh, today we are minus 3%. That's not good. That's not good. Guys, start buying that Intel Acer Predator today. Minus 3% is not what I was looking for. But you know what? We're getting more. We're getting more. Alrighty. Clem scouting early, a little bit, no, same time. We'll see, the high ground pylon and the high ground gate. Reynor sees that Clem has the low ground setup. If Reynor wants to be aggressive again, he's definitely going to have to do it a little bit better than he did it against the GG machine. Because I also expect Clem to do a few things better than the GG machine did. Buy the dip. I'm not a financial advisor. People get very triggered about that. So no, I will not tell you what to do. Other than take a little look at... No. PvP, guys. Clem has gone for the 1 gate fast expander. It was at least Cybercore before Nexus, so not the greediest thing ever. Reynor could maybe go proxy robo here. Is that possible? I didn't say that. Somebody else said that. Why is Reynor going for a single chrono? It is proxy robo, guys. Reynor's going to be very aggressive. Clem is going to defend with the robo. Yeah, I'd say in theory this does favor Clem a little. But it is obviously hard, man. Like, these kind of fights are just a one big mess in general. You make one mistake and it's over immediately. I've never been the biggest fan of these games. Clem is anticipating this first adept to show up a little bit before the others. And it's good stalker positioning by Clement. So I think Clem's perfect order of units defensively is Immortal first, War Prism second. I wonder what Reynor will do. I actually think Reynor should go double Immortal. I don't think... Or you can also just go War Prism and only Stalkers. But I actually think Reynor does not need the War Prism here. Because I don't think Clem is going to defend this ramp. Or like this monstrous choke point. So I actually don't think you need a very early Prism. I think Reynor should go double Immortal. Clem is basically forced to go Immortal War Prism, otherwise he can get force fielded in and he'd be in trouble. No, I think Clem needs to go Immortal War Prism, otherwise your Immortal, if it stands here, doesn't do enough. If it stands here, it gets force fielded out and it's dead. But Reynor could go double Immortal. Let's see what it will be. Clem is indeed going to go Immortal War Prism. I think that's the correct order of choice. Reynor is not quite using his Toba yet. Found a lot of success with those adepts against the GG machine. Oh, this Cybercore, guys. This Cybercore could be in trouble. Clem is not healing it yet. Clem doesn't have a shield battery. Reynor should kill that Cybercore before Warp Gate is done. Reynor gets it. Oh, he died. Oh my god, that's so big for Reynor. That is so big. No Warp Gate for Clem. Honestly, if I'm Clem here, I think I'm building a Stargate. Because you're just never, ever going to get any value out of Robo units. His Immortal, though, is cooking, and the Warp Prism is so good here. Oh, that was actually very good follow-up, at least, for Clem. But Clem has no Warp Gate. Oh, that's sick, by the way. Clem is picking up probes against the depth. What a gamer. Reynor now, too, has a Warp Prism. And soon a second Immortal. Clem now has 2 Immortals. Oh, some lag. I don't know what happened. Somebody lagged. It wasn't me. Definitely wasn't me. If it is, I am picking up that Ace of Predator Orion 7000 today, but it wasn't me. I think it was Reynor, Italian internet. Clem is obviously going to be very, very low on units, but what Clem does have is Clem Micro, and that's pretty freaking good. But he has no wall. Adapts have once more shaded into the back of the main. And Reynor just guns down these batteries, and it makes it so difficult for Clem and his lack of units to put up much of a fight here. That's a cute force field. At least gonna keep the stalkers out for a little bit. Clem is gonna try to micro his ass off, but he's already lost 11 workers, and he's not done yet. He's gonna lose more. It's triple immortal. One immortal died. Clem lost an immortal. It's obviously very big. And that will do it. The Reynor in the PvP takes the 1-0 lead. And the kid continues to be undefeated today. Clem loses. The aggression superior to the 1 gate fast expand. Oh, that's unfortunate for Clem. Yeah, I think that battery being so exposed is very rough in this specific build order scenario. Like, the only thing you can really hope for is that you have a second or a third battery very early on, but obviously if you lose the Cybercore, you can't build any more batteries, and then you can't do a lot. People betting at this moment after 1-0 is done. It's not over yet, mate. It's random against random. Clem could very well get 2 TVTs in a row now. Where's that Clem TVT, by the way? Where is that Clem TVT? That's what I want to see. They have probably played the same amount of TVTs over the last 12 months. We can get something incredibly special tonight. And that is Clem's first official TVT in what feels like a year plus. I don't even remember the last time Clem played a TVT. Maybe in like a WTO or something, whatever. Oh, YouTube, here we go. Hello guys, and welcome to the revival of my YouTube channel, as we have something very special for you today. That is right, the first official TVT of the World Champion Starcraft 2 in 2024. He has put this matchup to the side because he believes Protoss is Busto AF and no longer plays this matchup, but tonight he is forced. We got him. Loco. Yeah, that's right. U-Thermal. Awesome. No. It's the Rotti YouTube. We're so back. We are so back. We're taking over.
Round 2. Fight.
Here we go. In the top right side, guys. How cool is this? His first TVT in forever. Representing Team Liquid. It is Clem. And in the bottom left side, spawning as the Blue Terror, and he has been undefeated so far in his all-random tournament. It's the Italian stallion, Reynor. Whose point of view do we follow? I want to see Clem. Do you guys think Clem still knows his build order? Can somebody take a little look at the league lag just for fun? And then you can just select matchup and take a look at when is the last time that Clem played an official TVT. But I'm afraid that whatever it is probably misreported even. Because it's so long ago, no? He has a couple of recorded TVTs that just weren't casted in Wadi tournaments. Was he forced to be? Yeah. I feel like those were just reported as TVT, but they were not actually TVT. Because that happened on Liquipedia quite a bit as well, right? Where they made Clem play as blue, but... so I wonder where the real one is. I feel Reynor is gonna banter. So kid, you worried? It's been a while since you played this matchup, eh? Pretty identical openings so far. The only real difference is that Clem is adding a reactor to his barracks, and Reynor has not done that yet. He is going to build a second marine. 14th of April versus who? That sounds sus to me. 14th of April. I don't believe it. I think that's fake news. No, no, no. That's no way that's correct. Unless maybe like somebody really wished him to do it. Maybe if it was like a fan, like, hey Clem, you're my favorite Terran ever. I would really love it if you want to play TVT against me. Then maybe Clem would have done it, right? But oh, Home Story Cup when he played Gumio. Okay. And that was Home Story Cup. Was that 25? Home Story Cup 25. Hello, Gross Papa. Great to see you. Hope you're having a great Monday. Yeah, that started off as TVT, and that was also the beginning of his Protoss campaign, where we all thought he was so crazy at first. Was Home Story Cup 26? Okay, so that was the 30th of November, 2024. No, wait, was it? Is that when it was? Yeah, that sounds about right. 30th or the 31st? No. 31st of November doesn't exist. So the 1st of December? The 1st of December 2020. I feel like it's way longer ago, no? 1st of December 2024? Yeah. I'm sure some of you guys are very impressed that I know the date of that tournament, but I have a little cheat code for that. I'm normally not that good with tournament dates, guys, but that one is very easy to remember. He lost in Protoss vs Terran to GG Machine because I low ground walled on Ultra Love and he proxy marauded me. Oh my goodness, Yumi. That's pain, mate. You lost to the Rotti killer. Reynor, guys, has added a second starport, so he's gonna go for that. A 2-base classic of a 1-1-1 setup, but then it's 1-1-2. Clem has a bit more of a standard build here. Now, if Reynor can get his tanks in a gnarly spot at the bottom of this ramp and he shows up with superior Viking numbers, this could honestly become difficult for Clem. This is one of the things that I think is very annoying about playing TVT. I feel like Hero Marine a long time ago was a big fan of the double factory of 2-base, but then the double factory got replaced by the double starport. And this has been a bit of a TVT classic for a long time. Yeah, I think Reynor's build is good, especially like if you know that if this goes very long, like obviously we joke a little bit, but of course Clem is still going to be better in TVT, even if he hasn't played it in almost a year. Clem is still Clem, but a build like this, like it comes down to a single SCV pool that doesn't quite work out, or one bad auditor, the interference matrix, and you can be dead immediately. Oh. Do you guys think Clem knows now immediately based on this move out? The double eBay, that's not really going to help out at all. Clem currently sitting on double Raven with interference matrix. Seems like he's going for a bit of an aggressive defense. That might be smart, but it can obviously also work against you. But I also understand that he really does not want to give up this area to Reynor. Yeah, I like the siege here. That's really going to catch Reynor by surprise. Or will it? Oh, Reynor trolls this, scan the Spidey senses, and now the Vikings come in from the bottom left. Clem sees it, but Clem, it's too late. Oh no, it actually goes against Clem. It was a cute idea, great snipe by the way on one of the tanks, but that's just one of the tanks. Now one of the Ravens has died and Reynor still gets in a really good spot. Reynor should siege. I think Reynor should start sieging though. This is scary for Clem. This is really, really, really scary. What is Reynor doing? Wait, what? Okay, I thought he would go maybe here, but... Okay, Reynor just lands everything. Clem is gonna try to come in from the low ground. The Vikings are... There's still two tanks. There's a couple of Marines. We need to land the Vikings. The tanks are gonna siege up for Clem though. I don't know if this... Oh, this attack in the main was not it, I think, for Reynor. Reynor does still have one more tank here. This tank is going to cook. He did. No, he didn't deny Stim. What he killed was the tech lab on the factory. I don't think that was the play for Reynor. I think Reynor should have just tried to snipe that second Raven as well, and then like siege here, and then here, and get the contain going. Reinforce with Liberators. He's going to land the Vikings in the main base one more time. Does deny combat shield. It's something. Gets a reactor. But Stim is done, and he's going to pay a pretty hefty price for it. Clem guns down. 5, 6 Vikings. 7 have died. I think one of them died earlier. There was potential for Reynor. I really think there was potential. That scan was amazing. It felt like he just felt that that was something that could have potentially happened. A goated scan. Unfortunately, I think after that he got a bit carried away. And now we're playing mech while we're down quite a bit. Down in everything across the board. Obviously Clem did have those two eBays rather early. Ooh. I wonder if Clem's heart skipped a beat when he lost that first Raven. And when Reynor revealed his army. Liberator has some potential, but Clem, it seems like he wants to maybe kill Reynor. That's ambitious. Tank count is still decent. Clem needs to be a tiny bit careful. This move out has not really done a lot yet for Clem. Clem was very far ahead. I'd say he's still okay, but I'm sure he would love to get something done here. But stimming into tanks without combat shield is very difficult. Reynor throws down a scan, caught the tail end of this retreating army, saw a couple of tanks, saw a marine or two. Has no idea about these 4 medevacs. We do have double turret. But double turret is not going to stop Clem. Reynor is going to knock down the cooling tower. That's actually kind of shit. 4 medevacs, guys, at the bottom. About to fly into the natural of Reynor. 1 turret is not enough. 2 turrets not enough either. It is a big commitment by Clem, but it is good because Reynor's army is very, very immobile. Does have 1 tank here, though. That's actually a really good first tank for Reynor. The Vikings are here rather quickly. Every single medevac is dead. Clem, is he going to send it here? Takes a little look at it. Could maybe kill one of the Vikings. Gets in range of SCVs. It's so difficult to clean this up with mech. Like Reynor lost one of his tanks here as well. Beautiful play by Clem. Slowly picking apart this defensive mech setup as Reynor throws down a scan. Not exactly sure why. Liberator sieges up on top of the Marines. Vikings could land here and get the cleanup. It's gonna be very, very painful. It is good enough, but it's so painful. We're now down 43 army supply. Clem obviously continuing to get upgrades. Dropping a 4th command center on location because the world is his. And it seems like Clem still got it. Well, I would really love to resume this from replay after Reynor killed that first Raven and executes that push a tiny bit differently. Maybe just land a couple Vikings. Like imagine if he has a few Vikings already landed here on the low ground to protect his tanks. And then you just land 3 or 4 Vikings here that are protected by these tanks. That would have also been a play. Every single Viking into the main where you don't have smart service. It's just I think it was a bit too much. Clem looks at that natural and is not intimidated by 2 tanks. Stims up the ramp and ties things up. Reynor drops his first map in this all random tournament. Clem ties things up here in the upper bracket semi-final. Where the winner of this match will play against either Hacker is top or maybe Shameless. And Shameless is Protoss, guys. Very good. Shameless is Terran and his Zerg not quite at the same level. A ZVZ next? Yeah, I guess we had a PvP, we had a TVT. What are the odds of this being a ZVZ? That would honestly not be bad for Reynor. To be fair, I do feel Reynor deserves a Zerg game. Reynor has gotten very few Zerg games today. 1 out of 9. 33%. It's not 33. No, that is not it. Matchup 1 was PvP. Matchup 2 was TVT. A big loading screen. Reynor Zerg, Clem Terran would also be very fun. No, just a little ZVT here. Clem Protoss, Reynor Zerg. Ooh, okay, okay. Well, that favors Reynor.
Final round. Fight!
Here we go, top right side of Ley Lines. It is the world champ of 2024 representing Team Liquid. It is Clem. I've heard some whispers, by the way, guys, about a certain tournament. And if that happens, honestly, that'd be very, very hype. You guys would all love it. That would bring back some real vibes. But it's just maybe hopium for now. But I often say when there is smoke, there is fire. I've got a good feeling about it. Bottom left side of Ley Lines, we are looking at the main base of the man that's still representing Basilisk and has been for over 2 years now. It is a Reynor. My lips are sealed. You guys won't get any information of me. I won't play the guessing game. I won't do the yes, no, maybe, give another hint. No. Perhaps if you guys do exclamation mark Intel, you'll find some extra information there, but actually no, that's completely unrelated, guys. That is just related to Intel's love for me and bringing me out to IM Cologne. No, the tournament has nothing to do with Intel. No IM yet, but hey, maybe one day. IM Krakow, convince them. Intel Gaming. If we all pick up an Intel Acer Predator Orion 7000 today, who knows? What's the reason for this purchase? We love Starcraft. No. I cannot promise that, guys. If you pick up that PC, don't think you're doing it to get an IM. No. Intel is fine, guys. Intel is fine. Intel's amazing. But my first part of all of that was serious. I did hear something about a really, really cool tournament potentially returning, which would be awesome. We'd all be very, very happy. Literally everyone would be happy. I've heard something. But that's all I can say. Nothing else. My lips are sealed. I did. I highly, highly doubt that we're thinking of the same thing, Allison. But feel free to share. Speculating is free. And it's allowed. As long as it's positive. Everyone would be happy. Well, I mean, I think in general we are all happy whenever there is a good StarCraft tournament, right? It doesn't really matter what the history of that tournament is, or what the lore, or if it's the first time, or the 27th time, if it's online or offline. If it's good, and it's good for our players, I think we're all happy. So that doesn't really say anything. We had an on-screen celebration for 120 bits, by the way. I don't want to flex, guys, but thank you so much, mate. Come back of the shirtless Rotti meme. Hopefully not, man. Guys, I'm almost 40. Please don't. Like, it's actually just going to get really creepy one day, so let's not do it. Think of me as that guy you see whenever I play Mechabellum or Deadlock, and there is a young guy in the top left, my Steam avatar. Or if you have me on WhatsApp, it's a picture of 2012. Think of me as that guy. Not as a 40-year-old shirtless man. It's not good. If Clem wins this, Reynor has officially played too much League of Legends. I don't think there really is such a thing as Reynor playing too much League of Legends, because he is a free man, and he lives in a free world, and he's allowed to play as much League of Legends as he wants. It would definitely be surprising if Clem wins, but Clem's Protoss is really good. Let's not make it seem like Clem's Protoss is diamond, even if this is not his main matchup. And obviously, a lot of the gamers, guys, have gone incredibly hard for the Esports World Cup, which is what makes the Esports World Cup so special. It's where it's not just a lot of prize money, you just know that everybody is in the best form and shape possible. And after that, they all go to Greece and they have a couple cocktails and they come up with a double Twilight. You know, this is Clem spending some time with Mixu at the pool. They're 3 cocktails deep and it's like, hear me out. I think Protoss does it wrong. What if we hit him with the double Twilight? Zerg will never see it coming. You know, Mixu is a couple cocktails in and he's very fond of the idea and he convinces Clem to give it a shot. But this is not the Esports World Cup and the gamers may not be as sharp as they were a couple weeks ago. So if Clem gets a surprise victory or Reynor gets a surprise victory over Clem Starren later on in a potential rematch, that doesn't mean that anyone has done anything wrong. Please keep in mind that your favorite video gamers are also just humans and are allowed to enjoy some time off. They have probably played more StarCraft than anybody was ever supposed to play StarCraft in the lead up to EWC. Let them freaking relax a little bit afterwards. It's not a crime. And it's very weird to be like, they're doing something that they shouldn't be doing. No. As long as they ain't hurting anybody, let them live. Clem really wants that cancel. Clem really wants... Oh, he gets the kill! Clem gets the kill on the 4th hatchery. Reynor thought that he could scare Clem into giving up on that plan. But Clem was committed. Loses the adepts, obviously, but he's more than okay with that. That's a real shame for Clement that he got the double Twilight. But also, his oracles did take a lot of damage, guys. Like, the oracles didn't die, but this is the one unit where I would say taking real damage is actually a real issue. Because if Reynor shows up with a lot of Lings and Queens at the same time, these Oracles are forced to stand their ground and fight, support the Stalkers. But if they're so close to dying already as soon as the shields are gone, that's a real issue, and that makes it a little bit harder to provide the coverage and safety for these Stalkers. Oh no, there is still a warrant out for the arresting GG machine. That opening was completely illegal. Other than that, the gamers can absolutely live and do their thing, but the one gas, one gauge, fast spend, one adapt is not allowed. That is a lot of Zerglings and +1 melee. Finishes up in the middle of it. Oracles are a little bit late to the party. 6 probes, a Stalker and a shield. No, no Stalker, sorry. Just 6 probes, a lot of lost mining time, and a shield battery. This is what Reynor, his Zerglings were able to find there in the end. Clem fires up Storm. Upper bracket semi-final. How's the other upper bracket going, guys? Is it Shameless versus Hackerist top? Really sick bracket pie. You truly outdid yourself today. There is a stasis trappy, and it's a decent one, but it's definitely not good enough. Clem needs the Oracles, and he needs them now. Stalkers cannot fight with this many Zerglings with +1 melee. No, I am not the judge. I will, however, be one of these lunatics outside of the International Court of Justice and be like, lock him up, you know. One gas, one gate adapt is a war crime. I will be that guy, but I'm not the judge. I'm gonna sit in the middle of the highway and be like, lock him up. Nobody can make it to office. Not sure how to respond to that, no GG Gaming. Hello, Maddie. Hive on the way for Reynor. RotterdaM almost done. Has a lot of Zerglings lurking in the shadows over here at 12 o'clock. Still has an Overlord here, by the way. That's gonna be kind of nice. Clem does have some High Templars, but moving out without any Archons so risky. Because if Reynor jumps on you, you just can't really keep them alive, no matter how good you are. Nice little blink there by Clem as he shaves off a couple of the links. This in the end, guys, the random versus random played out pretty fair. Turns out that the PvP was incredibly important. Yeah, I mean, if Clem somehow has the best storms and then morphs High Templars into Archons, maybe, but now it's not just Hydras and Links to worry about anymore. The first Lurkers are out, 9 minutes sharp, and there are some Lurkers here. You don't really want to blink into Lurkers, but you can't really stand at range either. Oh, Reynor. Okay, now they're revealed. Reynor is forced to. I think Reynor was waiting there for a little bit, was maybe baiting some aggression. But obviously, after the revelation, they were forced to fight. The Zerglings on the other side of the map have walked into a stasis. It's going to be difficult for Clem to save this. Archon does drop a fat storm, but Reynor still has a lot of supply. Don't do it, Clem. Don't do it. Clem is going to do it. Clem says, I can move into Lurkers. I've seen Showtime do it. I've seen Classic do it. I can do it. Honestly, it didn't go all that bad, but he is forced to disengage in the end. Loses all the Archons. Zerglings into another stasis, this time over here in the center base. Honestly, wasn't bad on Clem's side. I was really worried that he was going to get absolutely obliterated there, but he wasn't. Seemed like for a split second we accidentally pressed F2. Now in the end we send it into the main base. That honestly went better for Clem than I thought it would go. I still think Clem is in some trouble. Reynor does not have adaptive talents yet though. So these Lurkers are not as quick as they could theoretically be. They will have their range upgrade. This is a risky army to be casually chilling on creep. Reynor sees a really juicy High Templar. Reynor really wants it. Clem saves it. Good save. Warp Prism. Big old warp in over here, but Zealot's still slow. Seemed like he landed a decent storm. He's slow Zealots, guys. He's causing some real issues. So much for that 444 APM on Reynor's side. Slow Zealots getting the best of him. It's been a fun best of 3 here. Upper bracket as Reynor leaves a couple of Hydras behind. Wants the Prism, gets the Prism.
One shot, one kill.
Clem stepping on creep once more. No observer in the mix. Praying that there were no lurkers waiting for him, I guess. I sat down at a PLO table yesterday over at GG. And the first thing that I see pop up in the chat bubble is justice reigns from above. And then he said, Jana Topor. I was like, man, there are RTS fans everywhere, guys. A man can't even play some PLO in peace. Zergling's getting on top of a cannon and maybe a shield battery, but Clem has an answer for it. Warps in 5 zealots. Reynor, by the way, still no adaptive talent. Absolutely a mistake at this point. Like, this is no longer like earlier. He was at 175, 180 supply, and I thought maybe he's prioritizing a few extra units at this point. Wants to make sure he doesn't die, but at this point he should absolutely have it. Yeah, Reynor's aware of it. Fires it up. Yeah, he did remember Adreno. Honestly, ever since Stara Zagora, we haven't really forgotten it once. That is absolutely a game that he learned from. As he jumps on 2 Immortals, gets one of them. The other one is kind of living up to his name. Holy smokes, that is a lot of High Templars. The center base, by the way, can be really annoying to defend. This is an army, though, that I do think Clem could maybe get on top of. Like, one Archon here, a couple Zealots coming in from the bottom right. You just gotta go. Couple Zealots in the bottom right, and you gotta go, go, go. Clem is looking at it. Reynor has another attack. It's a big circling attack on the triangle. Nice storm for Clem, but he's gonna need a whole lot more. A couple of his units are blocked. The Immortals are derping. We are running out of detection. Oh, Clem. Oh, Clem. Do we have any energy? He missed the revelation on this one, so that one is still going ham. The Zerglings are ravaging the third base, and it seems like Reynor is going to punch his ticket into the upper bracket final. As he's got the casual 30 Hydralisk on the production tab. Ah, Clem put honestly up a really good fight. Little beauty error, obviously, with the second Twilight Council. I think we can blame Mixu for that, honestly. That was Mixu trying to be a professor with Protoss and giving Clem ideas. But other than that, Clem played really freaking good. And he did get the kill on the 4th base. Out microed? I don't know if I would really say out microed. I would have loved if Clem was able to wipe in a couple Zealots. Protoss armies become so much stronger when you come in from 2, 3 different angles. If everything comes in via the top left, and the lurkers are just a bit too powerful. And the Immortals here were very stupid because they kept on going to the left to shoot at these lurkers rather than go to the right to really participate in the fight. Reynor does have a good answer for that little Zealot run by. Clem goes down this ramp. Oracle dies immediately. The Archons are going to melt, and a single storm or 2 storms is just not going to be good enough. Nice game. Nice best of 3 overall. And we even got to see the Clem PVT. 9 more lurkers on the way, but this game is pretty much a wrap. Reynor is gonna make it to the upper bracket finals, where he's gonna duke it out either with 5,200 MMR hacker is top, a Ukrainian random player, a random specialist if you may, or Shameless, who's really good with Protoss and not very good with the other 2 races. Slightly different than playing Clem. The best Terran in the world and maybe the best Protoss versus Terran player in the world. The Lings and Lurkers completely ravage the triangle base once more. And thinks about running on top of these Lurkers, but it's so difficult. Reynor sniping 2 bases at the same time. And successfully advances into the upper bracket final. That was a fun best of 3. Congrats to Reynor. I thought that was cool. Nice to see. Clem drops to the lower bracket, but obviously can still have a run. And there is a chance we'll have a little rematch. Obviously, I hope that they both win a lot of points, because I'd like to see both of them in our finals event in a little while. Whether that is next Monday or a tiny bit later, we'll figure it out. But alright, take a look at the bracket. I think Reynor is also streaming, so I may actually do something else in the lower bracket now, guys. I'd like to watch this, if this is still going on. Is that it? Man, we're going so quick. Why this game is so quick? Why is everything so quick? It can't be that quick. Where is it that quick? Hey, Pi, maybe we can hold like a couple series? How did Reynor and Clem end up on the same side of the bracket? Well, that's because we had Rotzin on the top side of the bracket. And obviously Rotzin is an absolute animal. You have to make a choice. You want to put Clem and Reynor on the same side, or Clem and Rotzin, or Reynor and Rotzin. You gotta make some choices, and in the end, our admin decided Rotzin at the top, Clem and Reynor at the bottom.